Hey guys, Faewryn here, back with another video. I found this super duper cool deck profile while I was scouring the depths of EDO Pro, and I just had to show it to you guys. It was so cool. I just really enjoyed playing it. I played it for a couple days on EDO Pro, and I thought, wow, this is super powerful. I really gotta show it off, and I think you guys will like it. So, without further ado, you've already seen the title, so no spoilers here. This is Melffy Splight, or Splight Melffy, depending on how I title it. This deck is pretty crazy. Typically you're setting up like 5 to 9 interruptions on your opponent's turn off of just the 5 cards in your opening hand. There's lots of 1-card combos and many 2-card combos in this deck. So today I just wanted to show you the deck profile and then go over one of the basic 1-card combos and then kind of just explain why I think the deck is super good. If you notice, we're running a 52-card deck because there are so many ways to combo in this deck that you don't really need to worry about cutting the deck size down, and you can make up for the fact that the engine itself is quite large by just running a ton of hand traps. So, to start things off, we have 3 Rescue Cat, 3 Nimble Beaver, 3 Splight Jet, 1 Splight Red, 3 Splight Blue, and then 2 Melffy Puppy, 1 Melffy Caddy, 1 Melffy Pony, 2 Calantosa, 1 Sealy, 3 Wallaby, 1 Hoppier Squadron, 3 Obedience Schooled, 3 Splight Starter, 3 Emergency Teleport, and then you have like this hand trap package, which you could all switch up, but it's 3 Forbidden Droplet, 3 Gamma, 1 Driver, 3 Ash Blossom, 3 Ogre, 3 Effect Veiler, and 3 Imperm. So, the main idea behind this deck is that you're using something like Rescue Cat or Nimble Beaver, or stuff like your 2-card combos, like having any of the level 2s at a Splight, in order to go into Gigantic Splight, which lets you get into any other level 2 in your deck, in order to just spam through rank 2s until you get to your end board of a couple monster negates, your Splight Elf, and your Melffy Wallaby. So, essentially, your 1-card starters in this deck are Rescue Cat and Nimble Beaver. Your 1-card starter spells are Obedience Schooled and Splight Starter. And then this can also act as one of your 2-card combos, along with Emergency Teleport or any of the level 2s in the entire deck. So, honestly, just really strong. Hoppier Squadron is here to back up the Melffy plays, since you can target it and like a level 2 and go into Herald for an extra negate. But really your key thing, the reason why we're running 5 Synchro Monsters here, is Melffy Sealy. So you can summon Melffy with Melffy Wallaby on your end board, Puppy and Caddy, and then Puppy summons Calantosa to pop, Caddy adds Sealy to hand, and then Sealy can Synchro Summon with Puppy and Kitty in hand, along with itself on field, thanks to its special condition, and summon Desert Locust, which will force the turn player, being your opponent, given that it is a quick effect, into discarding a card. Then you use this quick synchro with the Calantosa you summoned off of Puppy in order to summon Omega, which rips another card out of hand. So just off the 1 Wallaby, you get to summon these 2 monsters, put them back in hand, and then summon Sealy, and then Sealy Synchro summons into Desert Locust. You get a pop with the Calantosa off the Puppy summon, and then you Omega hand rip, so that's 1, 2, 3 interruptions off of just Melffy Wallaby. Then, additionally, whenever you have cards like Splight Red for a monster negate, Splight Elf to bring back Melffy of the Forest for the extra monster negate, well, that's 5 interactions just off of your Rescue Cat, or your Nimble Beaver, or your Splight Starter, You can't do that combo if you start with Obedient Schooled, because Obedient Schooled locks you into beasts. But if you use Obedient Schooled, you just end on like Excited Melffys and Melffy of the Forest. So I'll just move some of these hand traps up so that I can stack the deck with the hand test feature. And I will show you the basic 1-card combo with Rescue Cat. So, what you want to do, obviously, look, you got 4 hand traps, you go, oh, my only card is Rescue Cat. So you start with the Rescue Cat effect by normal summoning it, and then summoning 2 Nimble Beaver from deck. It doesn't have to be Nimble Beaver, it can be any of your level 2 beasts. It's just best if it's Nimble Beaver because it can be a little bricky, and because it can summon from deck or graveyard, it's fine if you get 2 of them out of the deck and then you draw the 3rd. So next you'll be going into Splight, Gigantic Splight, and then activating its effect. Now from here you are locked into level 2, rank 2, or link 2 monsters. However, so is your opponent, so you won't be getting Nibiru during this combo. Next you'll be wanting to summon Splight Blue, and then Splight Blue will summon out, or search out Splight Jet. And then Splight Jet can summon itself from hand, and then search for Splight Starter. Then Splight Starter will activate, summoning Splight Red from the deck. And then from here you want to go into Melffy of the Forest. Detach to search for Melffy Wallaby. And then link 2 into Splight Elf in order to give Splight Red targeting protection and a monster to tribute for a negate. And then you just want to use the revive, because you can, into Splight Jet. Then you can set Imperm and go to end phase and summon your Melffy Wallaby in the zone that Splight Elf points to so that it can't be targeted. Then on your opponent's turn, you want to do that combo that I mentioned earlier about Wallaby into Puppy Kitty, etc. And notice you have 4 hand traps as backup. Not every hand's going to look like this, but it can, because again, you have these 1-card starters like Rescue Cat or Nimble Beaver, and it just gets you into full combo. So, being that just Melffy Wallaby on its own is 3 interruptions, being that it discards, banishes, and pops a card, and Splight Elf can bring back Melffy of the Forest if your opponent controls a monster, and that gets you an extra monster negate, and this is a monster negate. Well, that's 5 interruptions just off of the 1 Rescue Cat. Additionally, you have these 4 hand traps, so as I mentioned earlier, this is 9 interruptions off of just your opening 5 cards. So, now that I've gone over the combo and you see what some of this stuff is used for, I'll go over the extra deck and kind of talk about the cards that aren't used as part of the main combo as well. So we have Borrowed Savage, Omega, Locust, Herald, Cheerful, Forest, Joyous, Centuria, number 65 Gin Buster, Splight Gigantic, Downward Magician, Double A Zeus, Access Code Talker, Frame Lord Lambda, and Splight Elf. So, the nice thing about running Savage and Omega is, like, say your opponent doesn't have that card in hand, or like you're under Lancia, maybe they for some reason kept it in, or they used it game 1, you could always make Savage as a negate to handle that other card, or later in the game, since we are running Melffy Pony to recur the Melffy Sealy, we can, in fact, go into Savage as a second level 8 in addition to the Omega. So, very good in that regard. Cheerful Melffys bounces a monster from field to hand if it's special summoned, and then it has the same Melffy effect that if an opponent normal special summons or targets this card for an attack, it gets to return itself to the hand, but in this case it's the extra deck since it's a synchro, and then it special summons a Melffy Xyz from your extra deck. So you can summon Melffy of the Forest or Joyous Melffys in this deck. Key thing is that monster that you summon won't have Xyz material, so for instance Joyous Melffys won't be as useful, but it's just something to keep in mind. There's some really crazy 2-card combos you can do with this deck, like E-Telly into Gamma, and then summon Splight Jet, and then you just have full combo along with going like +2 or +3. You can just like normal summon Beaver, and if it gets hand trapped, as long as it didn't leave the field via like Ghost Ogre or something, and you have a starter or you have a Jet, you can go full combo that way. If you start with Jet and like a Rescue Cat or something, you can actually do, if you start with Splight Starter and a Rescue Cat or a Nimble Beaver and a something like that, you can starter, summon blue, search red, summon red, and now you have a monster negate up before you commit to your normal summon. So this card is really insane. Additionally, because it only locks you out of special summoning level rank or link 2s, you can normal summon the Rescue Cat just fine. You can like activate Obedience School and then chain Splight Starter and or Emergency Teleport and get out some extra level 2s that way. You can not really normal summon any of these hand traps since they're level 1 and 3. There aren't really too many good level 2 hand traps, so maybe they'll release one that's like decent enough to play, and you can play it in a Splight deck, but for now there really isn't any worth playing. If you have 2 Splight monsters on field as extra material, you can make number 65 Gin Buster, which requires 2 level 2 Dark monsters, and it is a monster negate that burns 500 by detaching 2, so you can monster negate, and then if you have red on field as well, you can then tribute the Gin Buster for another monster negate. So having this and red, which you can pretty much get into with just having any of the Splight cards at all, other than just red because it doesn't search anything. So if you have blue or Jet or starter, you can get into that combo if that's all you want to do, is set up 2 monster negates. Like if the board state is like pretty simplified or something like that. And all of these hand traps just give you so much defense, like, and the Forbidden Droplets as well. Just absolutely defensive deck. Really crazy going first, really good going second, because of all the hand traps and stuff like being able to make Zeus very easily. Honestly, just like a really, really solid deck. And I hope you guys enjoyed the deck profile and the little combo tutorial. If you want to see more of this deck, just let me know, and maybe I can record some gameplay videos and just stick up a little bit of gameplay with some background music or something. Alright. Thank you guys all for watching, and have a good day.